Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Story Mode, and Story Mode for real this time. We're done with job quests and we're getting back to the main story for a good long while. All these little detours have been great, the raids, the Dragoon job quests and all that, but we've dawdled long enough, and I think it is high time we really started gunning it through the main story quest and getting ourselves to Heavensward, because it's really not that far off at this point. We are down to the last few patches worth of main story content, and it's usually around this point in between expansions, these last few patches, where they really start building things up for the next expansion story, so this should be pretty good. Before we get started with that, though, I guess let's start checking in with people, because there's a lot of people around in the Rising Stones these days. Y'shtola, how goes? Every time I speak to Riol, I realize how much there is that I do not yet understand about the kobolds. I am fortunate indeed to count a former member of the Company of Heroes as a friend and confidant. I agree. Riol, how goes? Seeing this last sure brings back memories. I was just sharing a couple of juicy secrets with her. Okay, well, I'll leave you to be. You seem like you're having a conversation. I hear a new company's been formed. I would be of service in whatever humble way I can. Well, thank you. Kids, how's the Adventurers Guild happening over here? The Crystal Braves. Why, just saying the name makes me feel strong. I've been thinking of changing the name of our guild to the Durmin Braves. How's that sound to you, Mr. Durmin? Hey, it's your guild. We hereby name Yozan commander of the Durmin Braves. Well, y'all have fun. Good for you, little heroes. Thancred, how goes? Behaving yourself? Ever since Higiri started preparing our meals, I swear I've never felt better. They say Durmin cuisine is highly nourishing, but I'd sooner attribute it to the loving care she puts into her culinary creations. They say the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and I am not wont to disagree. Would you stop flirting with literally everybody? Mr. Thancred's taken quite a fancy to Durmin cuisine. Several times a day he tells me that one of my dishes is the best he's ever tasted. His praise is most heartening, though I cannot help but feel he has a want for exaggeration. He does a little bit. I'm glad you've picked up on that. Hello. Papalimo refuses to spar with me. He says he has more important matters to attend to, but I think he's just afraid to lose. Papalimo, is this true? Sparring bouts to raise awareness of the Crystal Braves. Intriguing, though I cannot help but feel there are more pressing tasks at hand. Perhaps Tataru requires aid in compiling the company roster. I think you just don't want to lose. So goodness, look at all the Crystal Braves who are out and about and indeed... hang on. That was odd. Doesn't happen terribly often. What was I saying? Right, there's Crystal Braves everywhere now, and in uniform. That's fun. We don't have to talk to all of them, but we should check in with a bunch of folks. Let's see. How are you settling in? This uniform rather suits me, would you not say? Or perhaps it's I that suits it. After all my transgressions, I'm grateful indeed for this chance to start anew. Bhaskaran, Laurentius shall do you proud. Oh, good for you. Proud of you, bud. Yuhu Hase. The greater our successes, the more our name will grow. The more our name grows, the greater the profits to be had. I can scarcely contain my anticipation for our first mission. It's not exactly why we're doing all this, but okay. The formation of the Crystal Braves has lifted everyone's spirits. My hopes are as high as the next man, but we'll not know what this company's truly made of till we face our first mission. That is true. You've brought in quite a few new recruits, haven't you? Your reputation extends far beyond Little Alamigo, it would seem, and deservedly so. Why, meeting you's given me something to strive for. Remember the name of Wilrid. I shall hone both body and mind and do you and my fellow Braves proud. I got a good feeling about this group. Hori, how are you doing? It is always inspiring to speak with a person of vision. If there's aught I might do to be of service to this new company, you know where to find me. That I do. And it was never in doubt. Anyone else? Now we should check in with you. The Crystal Braves. 'Tis a most fitting name for a company of champions summoned together by the Mother Crystal, would you not agree? The blue of the uniform represents the crystal's light, pure and unadulterated, a beacon of hope. The crystal sword is the sign of those who would stand strong in the face of danger. Until the day that my Crystal Braves are a guiding light for all of Eorzea, I'll not give up the fight. I believe in you, bud. You can do it. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. I thought I was finished with the roster, but I missed a name and had to start all over. As if I didn't have enough work to do already. Tataru, do you need help? You really feel like you're overloaded over here. Flemin? Anyone with a pair of eyes can see that Thancred's thoroughly besmitten with Higiri. Then again, subtlety has never been one of his strengths. Urianger has asked me to watch over the Durmin women, that they do not come to any more suffering than they've already endured. Yeah, for seriously, Thancred, please behave yourself. For real. Be good. Anyway, let's check in with Minfilia. I am assuming that is who will get this quest line started. Yes? Probably? Yes, here we are. Minfilia, do you like my new look? I'm a dragoon now. Best there ever was. I was told so. Minfilia would have you assist Alphino in his new station as commander of the Crystal Braves. I'm just going to start drinking tea now. Darn it, Estinian. Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summoned them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let's speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operations another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he's doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I've offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you'd go to him and support him in whatever manner you're able. Oh, I'll go help. Can't have our boy getting all stressed out and exhausting himself. He'd do it. Alphino. I'm coming over to offer my assistance. By which I mean give you my assistance. This is mandatory. Do you have new things to say now that you've moved? You all moved. Goodness, do you all have new things to say? Tataru, you're the most important one. Tataru. Oh, sorry. From envoices to petitions to... It's a war, Durmin. That desk is my front line, and I fear I've been overrun. Oh, Tataru, you need assistance. You need another you. Someone else to help. I would help out and volunteer, but one, I think it'd be beyond me. Two, I kind of have like a lot of responsibilities already. Dispatch the first unit to Ul'dah. The second and fourth are to stand by for further orders. Oh, taking charge. Condemn refugees to death. Wait a minute, that's not right. What? Condemn refugees to death. Wait a minute, that's not right. What are you doing? Papalimo, please explain what Ida's doing. In which event we must guide them to Little Alamigo, else we condemn them to certain death. Ida, what did I just tell you? Okay, I was supposed to read these in different order. Condemn refugees to death. Wait a minute, that's not right. That makes more sense that way. How's it going? If Higiri and our more skilled culinarians worked closely together, I dare say they could create extraordinary dishes, sure to satisfy Eorzean and Domin alike. Yes, 'twould be foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavor. Thancred, are you behaving? A dazzling floral arrangement, each blossom a peerless beauty in her own right. The blessing and the burden of an overactive imagination. What are you talking about? I'm going to leave you alone. Please behave. You're all doing fine. Alphino. What is it, Durmin? And do be concise, I'm rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there's already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I've entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilbert. Tell it... What is going on? Goodness. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know exactly what's been going on. I'm guessing maybe it was just like my wireless signal or internet or something. I went ahead and rebooted the router just in case. I don't think it's the servers. I don't think anyone else is having trouble, but hopefully that won't continue. And if it does persist, then I'll resume this recording later just so you don't constantly get interrupted. Anyway, where were we? Right, yes. Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Durmin. You got it. Captain Ilberd, you have been given orders. Please relay them to me. What's going on?
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
Just catching up.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Huh, okay.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Reborn of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
Ah, you flatter me. But okay. Looks like we're going to the Hall of Flames back in Ul'dah. Works for me. Let's get over there. And here we are. Hello, hello, everyone. Raban, how's it been?
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
This quantity of voice acting is just so welcome.
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Reborn. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
Oh, please.
But you, Hilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Hey, happy to help. It's what I'm here for. All right, look at us go. I need to figure out which of these sets I'm actually trying to collect here. Let's go with this one. All right, yes. You have the next thing for me? Hilbert is eager to continue his investigation into the Garlean spy known as the Ivy. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levelier. Sounds good. I'll bring us on back there in a snap. Which is being cooperative again, thank So, who do I need to talk to? Tatara, I'm gonna check in again because it really seems like you've been having a time. No. Same stuff. Hang in there. Alphino. I have a report. We returned from Uldar, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble? You'll recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we've not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time's of the essence. Simply put, you're the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you're willing, but of course you are. Now, Alien of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out and she'll apprise you of the situation. I am on the job. You've nothing to fear. I will handle it. And I'll be back in a jiff, so don't go anywhere. Oop, wet shoes. Oh well. All right, hello. You would aid us in the rescue mission? We're in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now time's against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she'll not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is as strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. You got it. Boy, y'all really came together quick. Alphino would be proud. So where are we headed here? Down that-a-way. Okay. Let's just fly over there. And right around here? Where do they want us? Maybe the other side of the wall. Oh, here we are. I'm here to help. Oh, hello. Come here. Come for the maiden fair, eh? Yes, I have. Get out of here. Come on. Quit it. Be gone. Thank you. All right. I'm here to help. You all right? Oh, where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried out. I believe a diversion's in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we're safely outside these walls. Sounds like a good plan. I can be very distracting when I want to be. Garleans! It's me, Durmin, short little warrior of light. Caused you no shortage of problems. So, who wants to fight? I'm taking volunteers. Intruder detected. Ah, yes, perfect. This way. Oh, goodness. Several of you. And... jumps. You done? Oh, Dragoon is fun. All the jobs are pretty fun in their own way, but I'm enjoying the change. Let's go cause more of a stir. Hey, Imperials, guess what? It's me again. It's been so long. How have you all been in my absence? Gotta quit hitting that button. Still learning. I feel like y'all miss me. Well, you are missing me a lot, but that's mostly just the level difference. You can't be blamed for that one, I don't feel like. There we are. Let's distract a few more just for fun. Now, come on. There's plenty enough for all. There we go. I think. Nope, there's more. Gracious. Doing a better job than I thought. Come on. One and all. Let's go. Get jumped on. And there we go. All done now? Yeah, okay. All right, let's go see if they got out of here all right. Everyone good? Yes? I've awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You've done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that's left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levelier. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Perfect. I'll meet you there. In fact, I might beat you there. Yep. Wasn't really a fair contest, I suppose. It does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Durmin. I have been busy. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander. I'll see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I'll not rest until we've identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Durmin, I realize you've scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there's no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Kurthus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly... Let me try it again. And the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you're ready. All right. I did just come from there, but sure, why not? Blah. Sure. All right, then. Oh, still talk to you here. Works for me. An influential Ishgardian wishes to meet the Warrior of Light, and Alphino would like nothing more than to oblige him. We've been blessed with a rare opportunity, Durmin, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedents should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Kurthus. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. That is a fair point. I do feel like you could have maybe asked, like, Scion Mom permission for me to go on this field trip instead of sending me, but that's fine. You are very busy these days. Minfilia, can I go on a field trip to Kurthus? It's Alphino's idea. A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it a wonderful idea. We've received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Perfect. It's a plan, then. Antecedent. I take it Durmin has explained the situation? Yes, and again, I feel like you could have done this. He has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance, formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silver Tear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They've rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas, even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in the defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I've tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I've explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we've been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I'm not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I've yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point, and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Durmin. Our old friend, Lord Orchiphon, is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. I look forward to seeing how this goes. All right. Well, off to Camp Dragonhead then. Feels like we were just here but yesterday. Orchiphon, hello! Good to see you again. I have a favor. Durmin, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. You could dress warmer, bud. Good Master Alphino. An honor as always. Likewise, Lord Orchiphon. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we've relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortin may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand. Sir Aymeric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I'm told he's eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth, but if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He'll grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. Sounds good. All right then. Let's go have us a meeting. Where's this thing you guys were saying the name of? Is it this way? Nope, that's not a door. This is a door. And then I want to say, here we are, yes. Here we go. Hello, hello. We've been expecting you, sir. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. Let us proceed.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
I think I will leave that to him. He talks more. Hello.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Aymeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Hello.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the Primal Menace. The Beast Tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Aymeric, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
It was nice of them to give me such a tall chair. All right, well. So many problems bubbling up at once. Alphino, how are you doing? Buddy, do you want me to, ask somebody to get you a coat? Something warmer? Recent developments have given Alphino much to consider. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Orshifon and find out what he has learned. Let's do. Which direction do I, Orshifon? We have questions. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route. Knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Orshifon said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Durmin. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they'll gladly share their findings. All right. Durmin is on the job. Oop. Sorry, almost tripped over a chair there. But okay. Come on, Quay friend. Whew, boy, it looks chilly out here. We've arrived. I'm here to help. Hello. A report, please. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Huh? Lord Orshifon bid you speak with us. Then you must be... beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it. Though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. Yeah, but pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Oh, okay. I'll go ask some questions then, if y'all have this in hand. Okay. All right, I'm here. Where is the fellow being tended to? In here, I guess? Hello? Have I come to the right place? I sense no. Maybe up here. Here we go. Hey, surviving squire, congratulations. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. The pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she... Sorry, there's a character, I guess, downstairs talking. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl... Guys? Oh, there's a fate happening outside. I see. Okay, just dragons attacking. It's fine. I'm sure they'll handle it. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought. Some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek. And then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but I took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't... I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Oh dear. That does sound serious. Okay, let me go report back to Alphino. You know what, maybe I'll help out with the Dravanian issue here at this place, then I'll go report back. Be right with you. Felt kind of bad just bailing on him. Especially given we're here trying to repair old allegiances. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no. It all makes sense now. Lord Orchiphant, what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Orchiphant, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I'm sure you would not miss this for the world. Yeah, I'm in. Okay. All right, you sold me. I'm curious. But I think we're going to have to see about that next time. Y'all, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time as we find out more about this whole Shiva situation. Until then, do take care, and goodbye.